I'm Michael Kearns. He, him, his. I am the artistic director of QueerWise, and tonight you're going to see a show called QueerGender. It's been quite a road to get to a show named QueerGender. Some of us were born before these mores have lightened and untightened and unfastened our consciousness to be dressed, well, a little bit out of the ordinary, I guess. And it's so exciting. It is so exciting to open these doors, to open these traps in our mind that had judged immediately people who were different than we were. It sounds so strange to even be saying such a thing, but when we started this group 10 years ago, mostly for people over 50, that was our mandate, when I look back, we were a bunch of sort of square white people sitting around a table writing our beautiful pieces, beautiful, heartfelt, and very intellectual, very much picking up on the zeitgeist of the moment. However, that zeitgeist, boy, has it changed. You know, it was very influenced by the aftermath of AIDS at that point, and we were still struggling with so many things, as we are now. And you know, I was thinking, so much of what we're struggling with today has to do with ethnicity, race, what's happening on the streets, and a lot of it, I think, does have to do with pain. When you think of the trans murders, and still the fact that there are so many people out there who cannot be themselves, who cannot dress like this, who cannot go to the prom, who are being murdered for wearing what they want to wear and being who they were designed to be. It's still a crushing idea that we now, all of us, I think, whether you're 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, we're all feeling the impact of that pain and sharing it. It's no longer them and us. Well, it is in many circles, and it is still in many LGBTQ circles, where people have not made that leap of understanding that if it's happening to them, it's happening to all of us. I don't understand why that leap isn't being made. And tonight, when you watch the show, I invite you to listen carefully to these voices and hear the humanness and the sweetness and the joy of finding oneself through one's difference. So what if you feel inclined to explore something that is intrinsically different about you, that you don't feel comfortable about from birth? This is urgent information. It's urgent information in many cases. In some cases it might be something you want to do on Saturday night. It runs the gamut. But who is to deny someone of something that they feel is who they are? That's what we're getting at. Who you are. And that's been what QueerWise has been about from the get-go. Now we've brought in this delicate, beautiful, transformational, political, personal aspect of ourselves, which is gender. We opened our doors to younger people a few years ago. That was even a difficult transition. We started with Sophie Kim, who's in tonight's show, because we had a plot that involved a young person. But now we've got a couple of young people. It's really thrilling to see a show tonight that has a wide swath of different people coexisting. You know, is everybody comfortable with every word that everybody says? Of course not. Would you be comfortable with every word that everybody says at a cocktail party? Of course not. And that's the point. We don't have to be comfortable, but we have to listen and hear. Not just, not just blah, 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 but really take a moment to listen to each other and be there for each other. Please think about coming to QueerWise as a member, joining. You don't have to be, Virginia Woolf or Albert Einstein or Gore Vidal. You just have to show up with a pen and paper and a feather boa. But seriously, you just have to show up. We will help you tell your story. That is the point. You all have a very valuable, important story within you, a heartbeat beating, and that story ready to come out. And we'd love to hear it, and so would audiences all over the world. That's the glory of video and the way things are working these days. We never had that 10 years ago the way we do now. So thank you for supporting us. I hope to see you in the room writing away. The Zoom room for QueerWise. Thank you.